What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus G15 Advantage gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna have a look at Vampire Survivors. Now, I honestly am only checking this out because I'm curious to see how it runs, because on my Steam Deck, I thought even the Steam Deck could get 60 all the time, until I got good enough to actually finish a level. It was dropping all the way down in the single digits, so I was wondering, is the Steam Deck not powerful enough? Is it just the game that does that when it gets, you know, to that kind of levels and that many monsters on screen, no matter what you're on? So I figured, fuck it, I've got multiple computers to try this out on, so why don't we find out together? We're gonna do the Asus G15 Advantage. Now, this game doesn't have resolution settings or anything, so we're literally just gonna do 1080p or whatever it is. It probably just runs at whatever your desktop resolution is. So we'll just do 1080p, and then we will go ahead and come back here, set it down on the table as well, and get a little camera gameplay, but I'll just do what I did with the Steam Deck. Go play, get like to level 30, 40, 50, something like that, and then turn the camera on. We'll see what kind of action we get. Hopefully it'll run fine, but if it doesn't, we'll know it's the game and not the Steam Deck's fault. So let's get it hooked up to the capture computer and go find out.
Well, here we go. With the Asus G15 Advantage, going to do a little screen recorded gameplay here and see if we can stay above 60 the whole time. And we're using the 6800M for this. It has no choice. We're hooked up with USB-C to the capture computer. And then when we disconnect it, I'm almost positive it's going to crash. And then I'm going to have to reload it, and then it'll probably use the integrated graphics. Almost assuredly. So those are the ones I'm a little bit more curious about. I kind of figured it'd be a cakewalk for the 6800M. But we're already on level 60, and look. We are level 60, I mean. Not on level 60. And it's not dropping frames like crazy at all. In fact, we're staying right at 60 like no problem. And we'll get a little screen recorded gameplay too. That's when we're doing the integrated APU graphics and see how those fare. Because I have a feeling those might suffer. But we'll do that again, like I said, during the camera recording portion. Because there's literally no way I can screen record that with a capture computer unless I use the, I'd have to go get another HDMI cord and use HDMI to HDMI, just a normal HDMI cord. Because that's what happens with this laptop. If you hook up a HDMI cord into the HDMI slot, it's integrated graphics, baby. That's all you get. You have to use the USB-C port, and then you're guaranteed to get nothing but 6800M. Which is why I just basically turned mine into like a little desktop. Had an extra 27-inch monitor lying around anyway, but so I figured, why the hell not? Get a little extra performance and force it to use that no matter what. Because in Windows, you can force things to use that in the good GPU, but in very rare cases, it doesn't work. Or you can't find the program to add it, because it could be like a Game Pass game or something like that. And those ones aren't as easy as just, oh, I'm going to go into the Steam comment folder and say, oh, there's the EXE right there. You got to search for that shit. I know it's possible to do, but man, it's a pain in the ass. Well, so far so good, though. We're still sitting right at 60. Lots of fucking people on the screen. I think it's time for a hit, though. Some good Gorilla Glue number 4, let me tell you. Oh, we dropped down to 59. Aw, shit. Unplayable. Alt F4. Throw the laptop out the window. No, but not really. But yeah, look at this. This is nuts. And we're still not really dropping much. We lost 1 frame for a second. Oh yeah, I'm proud of the 6800M. So this probably means the main computer will have no problem sitting at its 120. Or at the very least over 60 the whole time. Oh, we'll have to wait for that one. We still got plenty of 60 or Asus G15 Advantage to do here. We still gotta go test out the integrated graphics next. But I think we get 5-6-ish minutes of screen recorded gameplay here real quick. Man, now we got flower power time. So I'll use my floating tombs as like a frickin' weed whacker here. We have tomes and garlic floating around me. And I also have that weird ice stuff that falls out of the freaking sky. It does that cool shit where it freaking like follows you. And all of it are like conglomerated into one fucking spot too. And then we got the badass freaking whip that gets lifesteal. I never got that. This is my first time getting that. Even after all this time of playing. I've gotten the whip before, obviously, but I've never gotten this special one where it's all black. It looks sick. And we're still doing good on the FPS. Well, when we get that screen for like a second, it dropped down to 52, I noticed, but beyond that, we are doing excellent. Man, they're trying to surround me some fierce. Hopefully they can't really get anywhere near me yet. I mean, the flower's coming because they got so much life. If I walk too far, see, I got a little damage. But nothing my lifesteal whips can't get me back in like 2 seconds. Anyway, though, why don't we move on to camera now?
Alright, guys. Figured we'd get ourselves a little camera gameplay, too. Now, we are using the integrated GPU. Just for fun. See how it does. The 6800M never dropped below 60 at all. But seeing as though this is technically, I think, weaker than the Steam Deck's GPU. That's RDNA 2, but this is not. But this is still a higher class CPU, so maybe this is still more powerful or equal to. But I'm hoping that the more powerful CPU prevents it from getting down to like 12 FPS or under 30 FPS, you know? We got lots of experience there. We're in the 50s right now. Might be a little hard to see up in the left corner there. Because no afterburner or FPS monitoring program of any kind will work with this program. I lucked out and at least the Steam frame per second counter works. So we've at least got that. But I know it's probably pretty hard to see. But I'm hoping once I get to editing, it just looks really small through this little viewfinder, but I have a feeling it's still going to be kind of hard to see. But we're still in the 50s, 58 to 60. So it's not like, oh my god, unplayable by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just hoping it's not going to get under 30. That's where it starts getting kind of like, okay, now I'm noticing some chug here. At least on the Steam Deck, that's where I start noticing it. 53, 54, 52. Yeah, we definitely got some creatures on the screen now. I think I just heard a Misty jump down from having treats. What do we got? What do we got? Alright, cool. It follows me as it moves, huh?
Oh, the wolf is here. Screw you, Wolfie. Wow, he has a lot of life. He's getting absolutely hammered. There we go. Now what do we get? Ah, cool. I like that one a lot. It's pretty much info-shot knives. A little more pass-through on enemies. We're down to 45 FPS now. Mid 40s, 44, 45-ish. When I kill a large quantity of it, it'll jump up into the hundreds for a quick second and then drop right back into the 40s. Yeah, let's just do all base damage. Still though, so far not nearly as bad as the Steam Deck. But the Steam Deck is a little weaker. Well, a lot weaker than this laptop is, even with the integrated, it seems. I figured the integrated on the Steam Deck at least beat this, but maybe this computer cares more about CPU for all these mobs on screen. I have no idea what this runs off of. Like, what engine. For all I know, it's like freaking Minecraft and runs off of Java. And I think Java is more CPU intensive than anything. Oh, we're getting stuff. Yep, 25% more range. Nice. That's always fun. Oh, he's gonna do it again. Now we really get shit stuck to us. Fuck yeah. Alright. More base damage. And now we get a bunch of Gold Rush too. What could be funner than that? Alright, we'll have those last a little longer. If you get enough of them, it's almost like having the frickin' thing where they never shut off. More base damage. Alright, now we've lost the bigger mobs and it's people that take longer to kill, so we got more FPS. Now we're up into the 90s to 100 again. But we never dropped out of the 40s. We were always in the 40s. We never dropped into the 30s even yet, so I have a feeling that it's either the more powerful CPU helping it out, or the fact that maybe the integrated in this is just more powerful than the Steam Deck, even though it's not RDNA 2, it's Vega. But since it's not like an ultra-low power chip like the Steam Deck's custom chip is, maybe it's still more powerful, even though it's an older architecture. I have no idea. So I figured I'd try this. First, I wasn't even going to do this game at all on the laptop or anything but the Steam Deck, but once I found out how bad it ran, in the later parts of the level, I was like, no, we gotta do that on the laptop. And then I'll probably skip the secondary computer as usual, because it's not ultra-wide anyway, so what's the point? I like doing ultra-wide stuff on that guy. So we'll skip right to the main computer after this, just to see how it runs it. See if it can hit a constant 120 at 4K. Or whatever it's running. I'm assuming it runs whatever your desktop is. That's just my assumption. Because there are no settings that let you change resolution once you're in the game. So I'm assuming right now we're at 1080p, and that's why we were getting 300 FPS. We had 300 Hz screen, so that's why at first we were getting 300 FPS. It probably tries to do the refresh rate of your monitor and your resolution of your current display. That's just my guess. Of course, I could be very, very wrong.
find more money. Money. Love money. Then I can unlock more stuff in this game. Especially characters. Even if you like unlock them and find them in a level, you still have to pay for them to unlock them. So, and you get more abilities and whatnot. Though I've almost honestly maxed out all of the extra bonuses already because I play this like every night before bed. Oh, that might have already been at max. That might have been a waste. Oh well. Now we're back into the 50s for the FPS again. Alright, 44 FPS. And this is the other part where it started getting kind of rowdy on the Steam Deck too. Oh, now we're into the 30s. I saw 38 for a second there. 30 I saw. Alright, what do we got this time? We still get hundreds of FPS for this screen at least. Oh, nice. That's a useful one. That's the book that never ends. Just spins around like a top. Alright, yep, and now we're getting 30, 28 FPS. So far I'm pretty much already going to call it. If you want to play this game and you want it to be smooth, do not let the integrated GPU do the work. Go into Windows and force it to be the 6800M. Still though, handling it better than the Steam Deck, but you'd expect that. Even though this thing has a, well, for all we know, it could be very equal. I used to think this had a worse GPU than the Steam Deck, but maybe this is, even though it's Vega, it could be more powerful, because so far we haven't dropped anywhere near as low as we did. Already, I think, after this Flowers, I think, is when another part where it started getting absolutely nuts. That, maybe it's just as simple as I have the numbers on. Maybe if I turned all those numbers off, maybe it would be smoother too, you never know. There could be a lot of reasons as to why it runs the way it does. Games are strange. That is a lot of calculations to be doing. Down to 40s again. Alright, now pretty soon the glowing bats come and start dropping all the little red things, and then the leveling up process really starts climbing after that. Because I figure we're already gotten this close, we might as well just play till the end and see what the end game holds for us in the FPS. I was thinking about just shutting it off and letting you know, but I mean, fuck it, I'm already level 70. What's another 3 or 4 minutes? And then people seeing it for their own eyes is a lot better than me just explaining how it looks and how it plays. Cool, more money, I'll take it. Still in the 40s for FPS. Alright, well, it's taking longer than I thought, so I guess I'm just going to finish this up and let you guys know. I figured I'd be already like in the 80s, but we're only at 73. It's taking a lot longer than I thought, so I'll finish this up, not die, and let you know what we drop down to once we finish this video up. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Vampire Survivors on the Asus G15 Advantage, and it seems that the 6800M has no problem staying above 60. The integrated, on the other hand, once we got to the end when the little Grim Reaper comes out, we were dropping down to like 20, 19. I think it, yeah, dropped down to 19 one time, but for the most part it was 20 to 28 FPS during even the hardest to run parts, so still a lot better than the Steam Deck. That thing was dropping into the single digits. So I guess even though that's a Vega APU, it's still got a more powerful GPU than the Steam Deck, or there's something else that's more important, like it's more CPU intensive or something like that, because this thing obviously has a way more powerful CPU than what's in the Steam Deck. Makes sense. Giant laptop versus tiny little handheld Steam Deck. Of course it's more powerful. But I just figured, why not run and see how it runs on here. At first I thought it was such an easy game to run. Even the Steam Deck didn't struggle. Once I learned it did, I was like, well, maybe the Asus G15 Advantage would in some ways too. Only a little bit with the integrated, but use a 6800M and you're golden. So as this game is not ultra wide supported, why bother doing it on the secondary computer? Now I want to know how my 13900KF and 4090 can handle this game at 4K and see if it can just stay at 120 FPS the entire time no matter what. Hopefully it can. That'd be pretty neat. But if it can't, at least we'll see. But I have a pretty strong suspicion it's not going to drop under 60 at least, even if it does drop. But hey, only one way to find out. Let's go to the main computer now and find out. But that'll be in the next video. So that's all for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you. And until the next video, peace out, guys.